Carefully your auntie is going to do. Okay. I'm going to put the yellow cylinders on the green one. So watch me very carefully.
Would you like to do this again?
No, auntie. Let's do the wind up. We never leave things here. We always put them back to its place. So we have to put all the cylinders back to their place.
Now, for this presentation, we have to prepare the bowls first.
Just say it's an oral discussion and then I'll give it.
I'm not going to. It's an oral discussion. We are just going to discuss how we have to present in this exercise. First of all, I have to tell you how we are going to prepare these bowls. We have to take two jars, the big and the small. And then for the taste, we have to take the different flavors like bitter. For bitter, we have to take the aloe vera or a bitter gourd, juice of a bitter gourd. And for sweet, we have to take the sugar. For saline, we have to take salt. And for sour, we have to take vinegar. So what we are going to do first, we have to take the food color as well, the red food color. We have to mix the food color, pour water into the big jar, mix food color to the big jar, and then we have to pour little amount of water into the small jar. Then we have to prepare one taste. If we have to prepare the sweet, so we are going to add sugar and then mix it properly and then pour it into two bowls. Then we have to rinse the small jar. Again pour water from the big jar to small jar, the colored water. Then we have to prepare the saline taste. So we have to add the salt into the small jar. We have to mix it properly and then we have to prepare two bowls for the saline taste. Then we are going to again rinse the small jar, pour the colored water from the big to small jar, and then we have to put the few drops of a juice of a bitter gourd, and then we have to prepare the 2 bowls for the bitter taste. And at the end we have to again rinse the small jug, pour the colored water from big jug to small jug, and then we have to put the vinegar, few drops of vinegar into the small jug, and we have to pour the colored water from the small jug to the 2 bowls. So in this way we have to prepare these bowls before starting the presentation.
Now for the presentation, as we do pairing in the other exercises like sound boxes. Now first, we don't know which taste is in which bowl. Only by tasting the child will know. So we take a spoon and we put few drops from the first bowl into the spoon. Just like this, and you take a sip. When you have taken a sip, then I am putting it back in the bowl because I am fasting, I cannot take a sip. Then you will put the spoon in the glass of water to get the spoon rinsed. When you have tasted it, then you will take a sip from the glass to rinse your mouth. In the same way, you will ask the child to taste it. You will take the spoon of the child and you will pour few drops of the liquid from the first bowl and you will ask the child to take a sip. When he has taken the sip, then he will also take few sip of water from the glass to rinse his mouth so that the mouth is ready to taste the second one. So rinsing of the spoon and rinsing of the mouth both are important. Okay. In the same manner, you will taste which is in the second bowl, in the third bowl, and in the fourth bowl. So in this way, the child gets the taste of all the 4 flavors. Then you tell the child, I have exactly the same kind of tastes in the bowl which are at the back, and now we are going to pair them. And similarly, you will taste each bowl, you will rinse every time, and when the taste matches, then you will ask the child to taste both of them. If the taste matches, obviously then you will keep the bowls in a vertical row as we did for the sound boxes. Similarly, you will do for the second bowl, third bowl and fourth bowl. Keep this thing in mind that every time you and the child have to rinse the mouth. Because unless you rinse and clear your mouth from the first taste, your tongue will not be ready to adapt the second taste which you are going to have. Okay, so that's why rinsing of the mouth is very important, and this glass of water is for the rinsing of the spoon. And in this manner, we pair the taste. Okay? Thank you so much.
Acts as a source of distraction for the children. Here I am not giving any lecture, so I am fulfilling my desire. But a directress, not high heel, just imagine, Khuda na khaste, if you happen to step on the... So being a directress has a dressing code just like the air hostesses. You can pinpoint a air hostess now. Have you seen them wearing any big... Anybody has seen air hostess with their hair open and cut? They are always tied up in a nice bun. They are just wearing a tiny dot and no other things, just a watch, so that they are on duty. So for us to, why I'm saying that, somebody pointed out to me that, ma'am, you told us that the directress is not supposed to be, and they pointed it out. Look, ma'am, Itrat is wearing so many bangles. But the thing is, Ma'am Itrat was not giving the presentation. Ek mein floor, that is something else. But she was here just like I am, and I am wearing all these fancy things, everything. So that goes. But Ma'am Nadia, if you look at her, look at her. See, she is following them. No, nothing in her ear, just a tiny dot thing, no churi, no nothing. And that's the simplicity of the Directress, which we all follow when we are giving the certificate. So, with that, of course we have had years of experience and we know what we are doing, and now it's time for Ma'am Itrat and Ma'am Nadia to together conclude the Sensorial. Ma'am Nadia has brought, I think, a file which you will go through. Look at this on the screen, one of the better files that everybody sees. What a
The most important thing is the folder completion certificate, the writing samples, capital letters, small letters, mentioning the sky letter, grass and the root letters, the number samples, life history and work of Dr. Maria Montessori, some important points, importance, introduction to sensorial education, essay and characteristics of sensorial material, aims of sensorial material, stages of presentation, general essays, and the first presentation is cylinder blocks, holding of the block, holding of the cylinder, and cylinder blocks, block C, B, A, B, C and D, and at the back the language is mentioned. Should I do it like this or? Okay. Primary, secondary, tertiary and neutral colors are. This is the material for color tablet box 2. This is the language. Color tablet box 3. Dark, darker, darkest and light, lighter, lightest. And then this is the activity that the child can make color wheel, rainbow, whatever through all the gradation tablets of color tablet box 3. Geometry cabinet. This is the cabinet and on top we keep the presentation tray. Presentation tray. Then tray 1, tray 2, tray 3, bottle, and immediately cap it up so that the fragrance stays in the bottle. And then you make the pairs. The last one is the gustatory sense exercise, which is tasting bowls. After doing all the initial steps, and then you pair according to the taste. And this is end of it. Two psychologists, Jean Itard and Edward Seguin, they made this material for the deficient children, and Dr. Maria Montessori was very impressed with the material, and then as she was a keen observer, she observed that even the children who were having some deficiency in them, they were showing improvement while working with that material. So she thought that if these children can have the improvement, so why not the normal children? And she worked with the normal children, and the thing which she noticed and observed between the normal and the deficient children was that in deficient children the interest was to be aroused, but for the normal children it was natural to look to that material and do the activity on their own. They were very active and very happy to use the material. And as I said, this is the main difference, main characteristic between a deviated and a normalized child, that a normalized child will love to work. He will show his excitement, his happiness, his eagerness to work with the material. And for the deviated children, that I think this is the end. This is the end? Okay, thank you very much. Yes, if you have any questions regarding any subject, any presentation, any query, anything, I am ready to answer if you have anything in your mind. No? Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Sorry? That is not a part of the workshop index. So obviously during your course you will do a lot of exercises. We have just given you an introduction of every subject and the main exercises. Like in sound boxes for olfactory sense, we have to...
and you will be the judge, but every time we will remind you, remember the yellow hall, yellow day, EPL, and then Sensorial has its own look, the pink, and the presentation totally different from EPL. But one thing is, in the dreams we have, it's something connected to the workshop, whatever. So you all, I hope you all have started dreaming about the workshop as well. So let's give them a very big round of applause and take a nice group photo. In this photo cake, have you taken the picture? Please do, and then that's called Pretty in Pink. Thank you so much. You may leave the stage now. When the activity starts, then you start giving the list. It becomes a little mixed up, and I'm not able to number them well. But at this moment, I am sure each one of you have saved your workshop program. Do you have your workshop program? Did you get a workshop program? Yes? Okay. So, somewhere coming to the end, there is something mentioned as workshop project competition. And in the early days, the first or second day, we don't really tell you much about it because you may not have any idea as to what we are talking about, especially our guest participant. But one subject and the second subject has been completed, and if you look around the hall, you can see what we mean by projects. Okay, so you during the workshop will be making a project for competition, and you can do it in groups. If there are 5 members, you will write on the name and you will submit. We will tell you, I think it's the 13th day or something, the project work competition. You will bring it. You will be given an opportunity to bring your project on the center table and give a commentary about it, explain how you made it, what waste material did you use, things like paper cups, the bottle caps, stones, twigs, leaves, you name it, and you will be seeing, like look at these mushrooms. This is a project. And how easily and nicely it's made. And making of these projects is again part of your training. Once you go in the school, this expectation of the school is a lot from a trained teacher. They feel that, oh, you can decorate the softboard, and a special day is coming, Eid is coming, you can make the children make lovely cards. So the theme for the project is that it should be educational, related to Montessori education. So it could be for EPL, Sensorial, Maths, later on you'll see culture, something that you may be able to display in the classroom where it will provide a learning opportunity for the child. You may do single project, that means individual project. Start thinking about it, and the ideal time is this Sunday. This is about the only Sunday we are getting, and we have just one more Sunday, and before you know it, 15 days will be over. So if anybody has, and you can ask your teachers, all of us, we are there to help you, guide you. If you need, not give you all the 100% ideas, but ma'am, can I do that? Yes, you can do it, and you may do this, and so on. So the project is a very important, and I always remember, every year we have amazing projects, amazing. You can check the Facebook, go on the website, check YouTube, and there are pictures and the demonstration and the display of the previous year's project. One year, one lady, she made a bag, a handmade bag, and in that she used all the 9 different types of fastening which was presented in EPL frame. There was a zip in the back, there were buttons on the side, there were buckles, there were a space to put lace on it, and it was so effective, and it was a handy bag. So, and
people all over the world are listening to us, but abhi to party waqi shuru. We take our break and we will be back exactly after half an hour or a little before that if possible. And make sure during the break your list is given to us and mentally be ready for your activity. And